Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his
monthly bill?
It's over 9,000! What, 9,000? There's no way that can be right!
Hello, and welcome to James the Lesser Express Lane, where we get you in out as fast as possible with DSP crying pretty much about how magic doesn't work like that, guys. In real life, magic would look like this. But DSP, magic isn't real. But in the real world, it doesn't matter what in the real world. Magic isn't real. If they cast a fireball and it tracks you through the air and bends and curves and all that, well, they wouldn't do that in real life. How the fuck would you know casting fireball doesn't work in real life? I can roll a 1d20, roll 20, 10,000 row. Guess what? Still not casting a fireball. So, well, this magic attack tracked me and hit me, guys. Magic doesn't work like that. Except it's magic. It works however the fuck it wants to. Anyways, let's watch.
I'm gonna be honest with you, it's pretty disheartening. We're 7 games in, and From Software never feels like they have to improve anything because people keep kissing their ass.
They have improved. Elden Ring may not just be one of the best games they've ever made. It may be Game of the Year 2022, and it's only, well, now it's March, but it came out in February. Game of the Year contender may already be over because of this game.
And I feel like that's the problem. If people would stop it and stop being these fucking ball suckers and just say, okay, your games are great, please now improve this. We've had enough after 7 installments. Like, okay, input delay on PS3 maybe was warranted. It was the first console generation with HD. It had a new format, a wireless controllers for the first time that were standard. Okay, I understand there's input delay. We're fucking 7 games in, dude. At this point, you can make it better because I played better in Neo. All right? Okay. Now, all that being said, my God, I erupted in rage fighting this Godric boss fight.
You didn't just erupt in rage. You rage quit the fucking game.
That I thought that the fight was cheap, or that I wasn't gonna be able to beat it because, like, it's because it's completely unpolished. It's actually in all the From Software games I've played, I've seen a lot of bullshit. Okay, this boss.
What I love is everyone playing it is loving it. Everyone playing this game is just absolutely downright fucking loving it. So many people are saying, I don't usually play these games, I'm not good at them, but I want to try it out because it's so hype. And then I'm loving it. This is the first Souls game I've actually enjoyed. People who aren't fans are saying this. People who don't play these games are saying that this game is fucking amazing. But guys, I watched like 8 different videos about how to beat this guy, and I still couldn't do it. I mean, I tried my hardcore gaming, I'm the best professional, pick up a controller at any time and play a professional level, guys, and I couldn't beat him in like 2 tries. It's bullshit.
Fight feels to me like they didn't even try. I mean it. Like the animation.
And mind you, I beat it in 1 go. I beat it in 1 try. 100% luck. Don't get me wrong. It was 100% I blew a leprechaun before I did the fight. Don't get me wrong. But still, I did it in 1 try. Fuck you.
Animations are outstanding, but then when you actually start to analyze and break down this boss fight, you realize that, like, there's things to it that make no sense. Okay, so there's a part of the fight where he grafts a dragon's head to his hand and now he has fire attacks. Okay, so every other fire boss in Dark Souls ever, or From Software ever, when they're going to use the fire, you run up to the boss to get past what's shooting the fire, and you hit it, right? That's what
the ground was on fire. You stepped on the fire. The fire hurt you. This is the same guy who was stunned in, what was it? I think it was Silent Hill 1 or 2. Whatever Silent Hill game he was playing, pretty sure. Where, wow, electrical spark set off the gas? What? I didn't know electricity could spark an explosion, guys. So is it really any surprise that, when the ground's on fire and I step on the fire, it hurts me, guys?
That's the strategy. That's what you're supposed to do. It's what you've always done. Hell, there was already a boss in Elden Ring, the giant dragon boss. Same thing. He breathes fire. You run up past his head, you turn, you beat the fuck out of his head for extra damage. That's what you're supposed to do. In this game, the boss is spewing fire. I run past the fire. I hit the boss. I light on fire. There's no fire. It's over. It's behind me. What are you talking about? It's called bad hitboxes. It has to be legitimately criticized. You should be lighting on fire when the fire's behind you and you're wailing on the boss in front of you who's wide open. It's called bad game programming. And it needs to be fixed. It should be patched and improved. It's a.
Do you know anything about programming games? No? Well, then shut the fuck up.
It's a shortcoming. Okay? The thing that made me turn the game off was
your little bitch who was mad that the guides you watched didn't help you out.
one of the most ridiculous things I think I've ever seen, not even just in a From Software game, in a video game in general. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, I need to teach you about projectile weapons today. I do. I actually need to.
This is why I wanted to cover this. This is fantastic. I don't know where he got this from, but let's watch.
Address this. So, in real life, if you have a projectile...
Again, in real life, guys, magic would look like this. It's magic. It ain't real, bitch.
Projectile weapon. I'm trying to look at something that I could use as an example of a projectile weapon. Hold on. Let me grab something here, okay? So, here's my pen, okay? Actually, did I roll that sharp at the front? Yes. Okay. Wait a minute. No, I got an idea. Here we go. I actually have a knife. All right, and a knife could be used as a projectile if you actually throw it. So here's a knife.
Anything
Everyone
can be
knows
used
what a knife is,
projectile,
right?
you throw
Do I
it.
have to explain this? So here's your knife. How does a knife work? It cuts things. It can be used as a projectile weapon.
First of all, don't encourage yourself, DSP. I'm going to wait for him to cut himself. It's going to be hilarious. But also, again, that is a solid in real life object that follows in real life physics. If I take a knife and I drop it, it falls down. But you're talking about how magic doesn't work like that, guys. Magic ain't real. If I drop a fireball, oh, wait a minute. I can't drop a fireball because fireballs ain't real. It's magic.
When moving forward, it can pierce things, you see? Now, just to show you an example. If you're going forward, it will pierce things. If it goes backwards, it doesn't do anything really. I mean, yes, you could butt things with the butt of the knife, but in general, the way a projectile works is that you throw the projectile, okay,
Not like that,
and it becomes an offensive weapon moving forward because of its momentum moving forward.
Yes, because we all know blunt weapons aren't a thing. I mean, hammers aren't a thing. I've never seen anyone get their skull smashed in with a ball-peen hammer. No, they're blunt. They're not sharp, guys. Oh, wait. Blunt objects can be used as weapons.
All right? If I were to hold this knife and throw the knife like this, it would move forward and be dangerous in this direction. I mean, this is common sense. Now, there's many different kinds of projectiles. There's guns, there's rocks, there's all kinds of ways you can throw a projectile. But once, in general, you create the momentum of a projectile in a certain direction, that is the direction in which the projectile is a threat. Okay? When I'm going to throw this knife forward, people behind me don't have to
Boomerangs, bitch!
worry because the projectile is moving forward. Okay? Now, I can't believe I actually had to explain that on my stream. I can't believe I just had to do that. But apparently I have to do it because some people don't understand the premise behind projectiles. Okay? This general premise has held true for every single game I have played. Maybe there's a few exceptions that I'm not remembering, and if it is, it's likely way back in the day.
Plenty of games have had tracking. Whether it's a heat-seeking missile, a heat-seeking fireball, they track. Because you're their opponent. So they track you, and then they shoot you. Whether it's a missile, a bullet, a bolt, lightning, fire, poison, oh my. Again, magic.
You know, the days of fucking 8-bit NES bullshit and all kinds of stuff, okay? But, in this case, okay, in general, we understand how projectiles work. We're not stupid, right? Okay, so, the Godric boss has an ability where he lifts his hands up, he swings around his weapon, I don't even know what it is, a hammer, an axe, I don't fucking care. And he circles himself with this tornado. The tornado now can hit you, so you gotta back away. Then, he aims at something, like Thor and his mighty hammer, he aims at something, and he literally extends his arm forward with this weapon in his hand, and then the projectile comes out, and it's a big tornado that comes out at you. And if you're standing in front of him at the time, he'll throw...
When he started, if you watched it, I already did the video a day ago, whatever. But when you watch the actual video, when you watch the animation, he starts the tornado thing, the build-up, while aiming at DSP. Now, yes, while he's doing the animation, he turns his back to DSP. But guess what? With this boss, when the game mechanics appears, it doesn't matter where he finishes, it's where he starts. He started focused on DSP, aiming at DSP. So guess what? When the whirlwind animation stops, guess where the attack goes? At DSP. And you know why? magic. Because that's how magic works. However the fuck a game decides it works. In some games, oh, you need to have slots. Or in some games, you need to have special stones. Oh, you got the firestone. You use it so many times, and then you need to find a fire, put the stone in the fire and wait for it to heat up, and then you can use your fire magic again. Oh, you have to have this flask filled with water. When you run out of water, you gotta find another source of water, put the flask in, fill it up, and you use water magic again, or ice magic, whatever. Different games, movies, TV shows, anime, whatever, they tend to have different rules for how magic works. In this game, the magic works as the boss is targeting you. During the start of the animation, guess where the attack goes? At you, no matter where he's facing at the end of the animation.
Roll multiple, and actually they will try to follow you a little bit. So what you have to do is kind of roll around, use your iframes to dodge the tornadoes. It's actually a good looking attack. I like it. Okay, now if you're playing this game in co-op, or if you're playing this game with the Ash summons, okay, Godric will aggro to them instead of you.
Sometimes.
So here I am.
Sometimes.
Messing around, learning his patterns, fighting them and everything. And he's literally facing the opposite direction from me. So he's holding the projectile, he's swinging it above his head like this, and he goes, I'm going to throw this at your summon. Huh. And as he does it, as his arm extends, the projectile literally goes like this. Woo! You can't defend it. You can't deny it. It's on video. It happens.
Yes, on video that he started the animation looking at you. And also, it's magic! It doesn't matter how something works in the real world, it's magic. Zombies aren't real. Zombies do not exist in the real world. You've played plenty of video games that have zombies in them. You don't sit there and go, this game is totally bullshit, guys. That zombie, the zombie wouldn't act like that in the real world. How the fuck would you know? They don't exist in the real world.
Live, it's been over the last couple of days. All right. Now, it would have been something if something happened like this, okay? And the projectile actually moved forward, and you could actually see it twist in the air at some point, and then come back. Think of like a boomerang or something like that. Okay, that would have made sense. No, literally, his hand goes, and it goes backwards like this immediately. And people are trying to defend it, and I'm like, you don't understand how stupid you sound when you defend something that's broken. Oh, well, it's wind.
It's magic. You don't understand how stupid you sound trying to cry about magic doesn't work like that in the real world, guys. In real life, magic doesn't do that. Magic doesn't do shit in the real world, because it ain't real.
Wind doesn't blow backwards, you fucking idiot. It blows forward.
Wind blows in any direction. It can blow east, west, north, south, up, down, around. What do you think a tornado is? How are you going to say wind doesn't blow backwards? Wind blows in every single direction. DSP, the meteorologist, trying to explain how wind works. And being wrong. Imagine that.
Forwards, just like everything else. Oh, well, it's magic. Well, guess what? Even magic in every single video game I've played still follows the general rules of physics. Yes, of course, you can argue and basically say, well, it's magic to anything in any game ever, and therefore...
Mind you, this is a game where you whistle, and a magic horse appears underneath you and picks you up, and you ride on the magic horse. Guys, horses don't work like that in real life. I whistle, my wife doesn't come into the room. It's bullshit. Horses don't work like that in real world.
Or every game developer ever will get a pass. If that's really what you're aiming for, you might as well move in with Miyazaki and just be his manservant for the rest of your life. Why don't you just literally serve this guy grapes and...
I would love to be his bitch. I mean, his manservant.
Fucking, you know what I mean? Wash his body with a sponge every night. Give him a hand sponge bath. Why not, you know? Because, I mean, everything he does is perfect. And you can
Man deserves it.
Right? What are you talking about? It doesn't make any sense at all.
If I didn't have to pay bills anymore, I was going to take care of this guy. Alright, I'm down.
What you're saying literally has no factual logic to it. And I think that's the problem, is that a lot of people, when they like something, immediately they defy all, oh, there's no logic to that. Well, there should be. This is a game where you're supposed to be reacting to things you're seeing on the screen. You're supposed to be learning patterns, and you're supposed to be able to fight the hordes of evil. If there's no logic to anything, if at any moment my R1 button stops working and now it becomes a button that heals the boss instead, well, then there's no logic to the fight, right? If at any moment the boss can just say, well, you reduce my health bar, but when you actually reduce my health bar, you die instead because magic. Oh, okay. Well, guess what?
That would be a great boss where you go up and you would kill him and it's like, as soon as I come to have health, all of a sudden, I start getting damaged. What the fuck is going on? You got me, I got him to have health, I hit him again, and all of a sudden, my health went down. What the fuck? Then you find out, oh, there's an item you need to find in this cave that negates that. Or, yes, you have to wait 2 minutes. You have to dodge his attacks for 2 minutes, and then that effect wears off, and then you start hitting him again. That would be a great game mechanic for a boss. You get him to have health, and all of a sudden, your attacks hurt you, unless you got, no, whatever item, or there's a 2-minute cooldown until that effect goes away, or you have to wait for this specific attack to hit you. That damage reflects off you and hits him instead and kills him. But you have to wait for that specific attack, and if you miss it, well, now you gotta wait until he does that attack again. That would be a fantastic mechanic for Elden Ring, or any Dark Souls game. I don't want that to be on a boss now. Think about it. You're fighting a boss, get him to have health, all of a sudden you hit him like, wait a minute, I'm not hurting him, I'm hurting myself. Hit him again. Okay, if I keep hitting him, I'm gonna kill myself. Oh, he hit me, and I still got hurt. What the fuck? So it's not just like damage being reflected off each other, what's going on? And they're like, alright, well, the lore, find the person who sent you to go fight that boss. Oh, he has this special magic protection, but I heard there's a way to negate it. I think this person might know more. You go off, you find that person. But mind you, Elden Ring won't show you where they are. Just tell you, oh, you gotta find this person. Last I knew, they were over in the Weeping Isle. Oh, that's a pretty big chunk of the map. Alright, go looking. Oh, you find a cave? Nope. Find another cave? Nope. You find a small hut? Oh, hey, found him. Oh, yes, this boss has made it that when he gets too weak, the magic starts, and then any damage to him is done to you instead to help protect him. But it only lasts for so long. I tried to fight him before, and I had to run away. But I know there is a cooldown. I've seen others try, but by the time the cooldown is over, they were already so weak that they couldn't continue the fight. Maybe you'll do better, Hollowed One, Tarnished One, whatever game you're playing. And so you know, like, alright, you gotta fight him, and then you gotta wait for the cooldown to end. But being a Dark Souls game, they wouldn't have like a timer or anything. You just have to, like, alright, spend 30 seconds attack, nope, hurt myself. Now 30 seconds attack, nope, hurt myself. 30 seconds attack, nope, hurt myself. 30 seconds attack. Ha! Finally did damage without hurting myself. Alright, so the cooldown's 2 minutes. Go, go, go! DSP, you just described a great game mechanic that I would love to see on a boss.
Then I might as well not play your fucking game. If at any moment you can rewrite the rules of your game that actually apply to every other moment in the game except this one moment, then I don't want to play your game. Your game sucks. You're supposed to be creating a believable world where you have criteria you can abide by and you can adapt and learn and persevere. Not, oh, we changed the entire world's physics law for this one fight where you can fart out a fucking cloud of
magic, and it tracks you
forward. We changed the rules of everything, right? So no, enough is enough with these people who just want to kiss ass. Because all it is, it's blatant, unbridled.
First of all, you're a bitch. Second of all, I beat him in one go. Third of all, it's magic that tracks you. How do you not understand this concept of magic is not real? It probably doesn't work off of real life physics. If I was to hold a fireball in my hand would be third-degree burns turned to a black ash crisp. But in video games, movies, TV shows, so forth, you can go, oh, fireball, and throw a fireball at someone without burning yourself. You know why? Because magic isn't real, so it doesn't follow physics. Dumbass.
And quite frankly, pretty embarrassing levels of ass-kissing. If you're going to justify what happened in my gameplay on Sunday night, the backwards projectile, you really got to reassess where you are in life. If you actually think that, like, defending that kind of shit is beneficial to anyone, including yourself, you really gotta look in the mirror and be like, what the fuck am I doing, dude? Like, I gotta go see some sun. I gotta fucking do something else. Because if you're gonna
You see sun, you will bitch and get off the chair faster than I've ever seen you move to slam the blind shut because the sun came out.
Actually tell me that a game can just literally get away with anything because it's magic.
Because it's magic!
Your opinion is bullshit and dumb and completely illogically stupid, and I don't have to listen to it. Good Lord. Okay. So, there are some pretty valid criticisms about the game. I hope.
Yeah, but yours isn't one of them. The game's stuttering on PC versions. Alright, they need to get that fixed. Visible enemies, they need to fix that. White screen of death, they need to fix that. You not understanding that magic is not real, doesn't follow the laws of physics, can do whatever the fuck it wants because it's magic, is on you, DSP. Get over it. You watch a bunch of guides and videos. I'm gonna cheese this and look like a badass, and you didn't. You got your ass handed to you, Mr. I'm not reading guides. I just magically have a 7+ weapon. Several of the people I talked to on Twitter who are also playing this game, not one of them has a +7. None of them have a +6. We have all made it to +5 and can't advance our weapons anymore. You're the only fucker I know of who has a +7 because you're using guides telling you what to do and where to go to find items. Like, oh, if you kill patches, you get this OP weapon, then you get up to level 7. It's super OP. Guys, how come it worked for this guy but not for me? I watched someone parry Godric over and over and over again. They had the timing perfect. If I also go up against a regular enemy and try to parry, I'd probably get my ass handed to me. You know why? Because my timing is shit. But I'm not going to say the game is broken because I can't parry. Maybe I'll try that on my next stream. Maybe I'll try to do some parrying on my next stream to see if I can't get the timing down. Probably not, but I'll have to wait and see. But you know what, DSP? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to learn a mechanic of the game. See if I can't do it. If I can't master it. Because a person just smacks Godric around like, you parry, oh, now he's stunned, stab for a bunch of damage. Parry, stab for a bunch of damage for like the critical hits. Like when you do a backstab on a guard. And just parry, stab, stab, and dead. Like, holy shit. Like, that's a no-hit run on this guy. Just parry, stab, dead. Holy shit, this person's really good. But because I can't do it, I guess it means the game's broken, guys. Bullshit. Anyways, I'll let you go. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.